it starts raining. You've never seen it before, you don't know what it is. And I promise you, when it started getting knee deep, there were some people getting concerned. When it started getting waist deep, now all of a sudden, my daughter, who's done with the sleep over there, you think about it. When it's waist deep on me, it's getting over her head. Now, what do you think them people thought? Don't you think there were some people pounding on the door of the ark, saying, let me in, come on, we believe you now. No, we believe you. But see, then it's too late. That's why it's so important. And it astounds me that God has placed that great of an opportunity and really of an obligation upon believers to go ye therefore and teach all nations. And He's given that, hey look, it isn't just the pastor. It isn't just the youth pastor. It isn't just the song leader or the adults in the church. You guys, God has given you opportunity and obligation to be soul winners. And like I started this conversation, there's nothing, everything that y'all's going through, and I mean, I know as teenagers, Mallory's mind is like a mile a minute, and she's bouncing from one thing to the next thing, and it's the iPod, it's the TV, it's this and this, and it's just like a whirlwind. But all of that stuff one day is going to cease. One day, the Scripture teaches that the very elements are y'all, let's see, what grade are y'all in? 8th grade, so y'all have already taken some biology. Well, yeah, but when you learn all the chemical elements, the trace elements and all that, y'all got that? You know all? Yeah. Y'all know all the elements on the periodic table chart and thing?
I remember from last year. I remember being a lot.
All of those elements, which everything that we know consists of, those very elemental things that build up. Yes, H2O, very good. Water. Very good. Those things, the Scripture teaches that the very elements will melt with fervent heat. So compare that day with the day of Noah. Like I said, when God shut the door on the ark, there wasn't nobody getting in and there wasn't nobody getting out. And so there's a day coming. The Scripture teaches us of the word rapture isn't actually in the text, but it teaches of a catching away of the bride of Christ, which we commonly refer to as rapture. So that day is coming. We've heard it for years, but the Scripture tells us that we know now that we're closer than we've ever been before. And even in the days of the apostles, they were teaching that these are the last days, and that was 2,000 years ago, roughly. So we know that we are. The very signs of the times and the things around us teach us that we can look at those and know that time is short. But here's what I want to impress upon you. Even, it doesn't have to take the rapture for that door, so to speak, to be shut in your life. Because nobody, the Scripture says, nobody is promised tomorrow. Now you could leave this service tonight, and I'm not trying to use a scare tactic or get you all freaked out or anything like that, but we're not any of us promised tomorrow. And so when you start thinking about the gravity of the situation, you start thinking about the great commission that Christ has given the believers that believe upon His name, then you start to, if you weigh that out and you start to really look at it, then you're going to see, like I was trying to illustrate with that bench, the span of eternity or infinity. When you weigh those things out, you start to see how serious the things of God are. And, you know, it's hard to get a teenager serious most of the time. You guys like to laugh and cut up and brush